Hello everyone and welcome to Darius Anthony's Perk tutorial. Today we are going to be talking about the basic or entity perks for Survivor. There are 14 perks in total for Survivor, which is quite a few considering that each character has 3 unique perks. So we'll be covering Dark Sense, Deja Vu, Hope, Kindred, Lightweight, No One Left Behind, Plunderer's Instinct, Premonition, Resilience, Slippery Meat, Small Game, Fine Shell, This Is Not Happening, and We'll Make It. Now the purpose of this video is to demonstrate what these perks do, and this is specifically geared toward newer players. However, I will also be commenting on these perks as how exactly they work specifically for more experienced players. Are they good? Are they bad? Is it something that you should typically run? Is it something for a meme build? Something like that. So, without further ado, we'll get everything underway. So for the entirety of this video, I'm going to be using Meg. Meg is the only character I have that has all the perks at Prestige 3, and level 3 I should say. These perks are still good at level 1 or level 2, but level 3 is always what you should be trying to go for. I'm just going to unequip everything that I currently have. And so for this first video, we're going to run, this first part of the video, we're going to be running Deja Vu, No One Left Behind, Slippery Meat, there it is, Slippery Meat, there we are, and we'll make it. Okay. So I won't be using any offerings or items. But we'll just go over these perks real quickly here. Deja Vu. The auras of 3 generators, which are in close proximity to one another, are revealed to you for 60 seconds at the start of the match, and each time a generator is completed. If you are holding a map that can track generators, generators revealed by Deja Vu are added to the map. For a new player, this is good. Why is this good? The whole purpose behind this perk is so that you can see generators when you start the match. Now as a new player, that's something that you want to know, because that's the entire purpose of being a survivor, is to repair the generators. And if you don't know where the generators are, you're going to have a little bit more of a difficult time. So it's definitely a perk that I would recommend for a new player. Now as for a more experienced player, probably never touch it ever. At most, you would probably use it for new maps, or maps that they decided that they're going to redo, such as Batum, when they added in new maps. Even then, with Batum, you knew where the generators usually spawn, so the fact that the map changed didn't really change the fact that there's still going to be a generator usually up top in the 2-story house. There's usually going to be a generator in the basement of the small house. There's usually going to be a generator in the basement of the school. So those things made it very easy to still know exactly where those generators are. It is inconceivable to leave someone behind. Once the exit gates are powered, gain 100% more blood points for the actions in the altruism category and perform them 12% quicker. Now, for a new player, it is good in the sense that it's going to give you more blood points for taking the time to try and save your other teammates at the end of the match. Most new players, as soon as the generators are powered, they go for the doors and they get out. That's not usually the end of the match. The end of the match is saving everyone as best that you can, and everyone getting out as best you can. Now you can leave, of course, if you really want to. Maybe your death hook, that makes perfect sense for you to leave. But this encourages you to make that extra effort, try to get more blood points, try to make those saves, do everything that you can to help out everybody. And with the action speeds being 12% faster, that's pretty good. For more experienced players, probably only going to use it for a specific build. Or if you're trying to farm blood points. And yeah, you get extra blood points, you know exactly what you're doing. Doing the action a little bit faster, not really going to affect your strategy too much. So yeah, it's more specific for experienced player. Slippery meat. You have developed an efficient way to get out of bear traps and off the hooks. Grant up to 3 extra escaped attempts on a hook. And the odds of freeing yourself from bear traps is increased by 25%. For a new player, if you're facing the trapper, this can be helpful. As for more experienced players, probably not really using it too much. Biggest thing is granting 3 extra escape attempts on the hook. It's really not worth it. You have those extra attempts to get off the hook, that's fine, but unless you're running Deliverance to get off the hook after you've saved somebody, it's not worth it for those extra unhook attempts unless it's been a really bad match. As for the percentage increase against Trapper, sometimes it doesn't even matter if you have this perk on or not. You can get out in the first try, or it takes you 50 tries to get out of the trap. So I think that this perk needs a rework, to be honest. So I don't necessarily recommend it. Will make it. Helping others heightens your morale. For each survivor you rescue from a hook, gain an additional 100% speed increase while healing for 90 seconds. Cumulative healing bonuses cannot exceed 100%. So, for this perk, I do recommend it for new players. New players tend to want to, if they do go for a save, heal under the hook. This means the heal is done much faster this way. And yeah, if you get the heal off faster, you can get out of dodge that much faster. As for more experienced players, sure, they use this too, for the exact same reason. Get the heal done quickly and get back to the generators. And that's exactly what you want to do. Not necessarily going to heal under the hook, sometimes you do, but you can also move away and heal somewhere else. So overall, the reason that I built it this way is Dark Sense or Deja Vu, not necessarily anything specific that's really worth running with it, but No One Left Behind and Will Make It, definitely two things that do have some synergy together. Same thing for Slippery Meat though, as Deja Vu, not that good for something that you want to be running. So hopefully I have a demonstration. If not, I can always demonstrate the unhook procedure. So we have a level 17 in our match here, and they're going to be a slightly newer player in all likelihood. It is possible that they are an experienced player, but given that they're level 23, I lean more toward that they're a newer player. They're going to be somebody that I have to probably watch out for throughout the match. As for the other two, they're probably playing with the David. They're probably trying to carry him to get up to a higher rank. Or at least one of them is. Fantastic. So we're going to the brand new map. And this map actually does work out perfectly for Deja Vu. And that's because a lot of people have a very hard time finding the generators on the Hawkins map. Because Hawkins is a giant maze of an indoor map. It's the same reason why a lot of people don't tend to care for the game. I find the game to be perfectly fine myself, but I do understand their complaints with it. And we're starting off right beside generators, so we don't... Okay. So the killer is using the perk to shut off generators the furthest away from them. So fortunately we still do have Deja Vu. Unfortunately, the first one we went to is also blocked off, and this one is not, so we'll go here. So we have one upstairs. I'm honestly not sure exactly why I'm seeing it, but that's okay. Oh, somebody down already. Looks like they were caught. Somebody right beside them getting hit. As for the perk that was blocking out the generators, I can't remember the name offhand, but I know it's a plague perk. Oh shit, it's a Michael. Get auto-aimed. Ow. Now something tells me that this son of a bitch is using that build where he stays in tier 1. Scratched mirror, and I think it's the letter, so that he has a better lunge. I would not be surprised. Dead Hard Bard down again. Their second hook. So now they'll be in the struggle state for those new players watching this video. That means that they don't have any attempts off the hook. And yes, so far I'm only hearing the ambience noises for the game, so I think that this Myers is definitely running the sneaky build. Alright, so we're gonna go in for the save because somebody else is already down. That person's on struggle state. And we need to help out our team. This is not good. This is very, very close. That's not good at all. Click. Jake's gonna go down. Unless he's got a pallet, he's going down. Yep, he's down. And he disconnected, which makes sense, because he feels farmed and tunneled. And in all honesty, he was tunneled. This Myers could have hooked me and left him alone, and he didn't. Alright, so two Davids together. Farmer Bob healing massage. Good stuff. Okay, Farmer Bob taking a hit. Now, the new player, is he going to come in and save me? No, it looks like he's being chased. And that's okay. Alright, so let's... I'm down again. Okay, so he is... surprisingly still up. Oh, there he goes. Alright, we gotta get out of here. New player, please. Please, bro, please. I'm out of pallet. Yeah, he's got the stalking perk build. Save me, buddy. Save me. Heal me, heal me. Okay. What? Why the hell? What the hell, man? That was a total... Yeah. Okay. He's just gonna sit there looking at us. Alright, so if I had done the actual unhook, I would have had Will Make It activated. And Will Make It would have caused the healing actions that I perform to be faster than they were. And the icon instead being yellow as opposed to the red that it currently is. Alright, so it seems that this Myers feels very bad for us. He could have just killed us right then and there. Okay. So our dark sense is going off again, showing us where the generators are, so that we may be able to find another generator. And again, this is perfect for new players. That way you know exactly where you're going to be able to finish the generators. Alright, so we only have 2 generators left. This generator is going to be complete in moments. And with any luck, that generator over there will also be partially worked on. I hear somebody injured. And down goes Farmer Bob again. Oop. Okay, so we have a generator over there, generator over here, and this one here. Now as far as playing the game normally, this is a good setup. Very well spaced out. So that you haven't 3-genned yourself. So that way the killer can't control all 3 gens and ensure that there's pressure on all 3 at the same time. Yeah, maybe I read Deja Vu wrong, but to my knowledge, the beginning of it said that it was only the start. Oh shit, he was right there? Holy crap. He actually seems to be moving way faster than he should be. But that could have just been me. Rude. I highly don't recommend doing what I did there. However, I feel like he was just farming with us now. because he really had an easy time of taking us out. Yes, typically if you see that the killer has offered Hawkins or Leary's or sometimes even the game, it is in all likelihood that they are running Scratched Mirror so that they cannot leave Tier 1 and they can see exactly where you are at all times. Or, okay, he opened the door himself. Oh, hello. Ouchie. Alright, so that does it for the first set of perks. Unfortunately, I didn't really get to demonstrate Will Make It. However, showing the heal speed there, the two of us were healing at the same pace that Will Make It would be on your own. So instead of two people being there, it would be one person healing at the same speed. Slippery meat again, not recommended really. We weren't facing a trapper, so it's not necessary. No One Left Behind. I would have possibly done something at the end there, but he just let us all go. Second setup, we are doing Dark Sense. Unlocks potential in one's aura reading ability. Each time a generator is completed, the killer's aura is revealed to you for 5 seconds. When the last generator is powered, the killer's aura is revealed to you for 10 seconds. Now this perk is very good for new players, so that they know exactly where the killer is when they're playing the match. As for more experienced players, pretty much the exact same thing. If they want to know where the killer is, they would possibly run this. More often than not, though, they would run Object of Obsession to track where the killer is. Alright, and also running Kindred. Kindred is another eye one here. All survivors' auras are revealed to all other survivors while you're on the hook, and if the killer is within 16 meters of you, their aura is also shown to the survivors. That way, if a killer is staying very close to you, the other survivors know that it's not necessarily safe to save you. Kindred trumps any of the stealth killer abilities, so that means Ghostface can't use his ability, Pig can't crouch to hide her aura, or not her aura, her heartbeat. Michael can't stand nearby as well in Tier 1. So it's a good perk for new players because it allows you to communicate with your other survivors without actually having to do anything. As for more experienced players, exact same thing. It's a way to communicate killers near me, as well as showing everyone where people are. Now, the biggest reason why this is a good perk is survivors like to finish the generators, and that makes sense. You want to get them done. But it also allows them to see if anyone is going for the save. And if nobody's going for the save, they realize, oh, nobody's going for the save, maybe I should. And sometimes they're really close, other times they're further away, but they realize, hey, these other people are also further away. They're not going to be able to make it in time, but I can. And the goal, as always, is to unhook before second stage kicks in. Okay, so next one what we're going for is Premonition. Premonition. You have an undeniable capability to sense danger. Get an auditory warning when looking in the direction of the killer in a 45-degree cone within a range of 36 meters. Premonition has a cooldown of 30 seconds each time it activates. So this is a good perk for the exact same reason that Dark Sense and Kindred are a good perk for new players. It allows you to know where the killer is while you are repairing a generator. Biggest thing that you need to know when you're a new survivor using this perk, keep looking around. Don't just focus on the generator, look behind you, look beside you. Keep moving the camera around to see if premonition is going off to let you know that the killer is coming toward you. As for more experienced players, typically wouldn't be using this perk. They would either be using Spine Chill if they're going for something of similar nature, or they would use it in a blendette build where you run and hide as soon as the killer comes toward you. So it's very specific, not necessarily something that you would run all the time. Okay, and finally, small game. Small game is right there. You have an undeniable capability to sense danger. Get an auditory warning when looking in the direction of the killer, traps, and totems at a 45-degree cone within a range of 12 meters. Small game has a cooldown of 10 seconds. So this is a good perk to be able to try and find the totems, as well as alert you that a trap is nearby so that you don't step into the trap. This works for both Ag and Trapper. Given that it's only a very short range, it's not necessarily the most helpful, so it's more so used for tracking totems. And the reason why you would want to use that is so that you can find totems such as Ruin or Devour Hope or Huntress Lullaby. Those are the main ones that you want to take out, and those sometimes are not necessarily known to you ahead of time. You will discover it later on in the match, and it's specifically good for maps such as the game. Totems are not necessarily that easy to find, and also the swamp. You have a pretty good idea as an experienced player where totems should be, but it's not always very obvious to find. So this perk allows you to find them a little quicker. So it's more so a specific build if you're an experienced player using small game, but you're trying to find the totems, take them out. Typically you'd run it with the new Nancy perk as well, as the Nancy perk allows you to heal in a locker after taking out a totem. Alright, we're on the Ironworks of Misery. Ironworks is a pretty good map for survivors as long as everyone is playing it correctly. And already it showed that there was a totem, and that's because somebody is using a rainbow map. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over there, demonstrate the power of this ability. So I was looking in the direction of the totem. It allowed me to lock onto totem. No, I already knew exactly where it was. Premonition went off because I looked in that direction and the killer is over there. They are also using Unnerving Presence, which is an ability usually a doctor uses. However, thus far, the doctor has not been using anything. I have a feeling there's a totem up above. Ah, damn it. Pretty sure. 90% certain. Yeah. It's going off every time I go this way. I have a feeling it's above me and that's why it's going off. It's a trapper. There actually might be a trap over there then. In the doorway. So we'll take a look into it in a minute. Oh, there's a trap outside that window. Map coming in very handy. However, the person is going to burn right through the entire map very quickly if they keep going like this. Alright, then we can see there the trapper's right there. We're going to take this trap out because it's right in the doorway, which is not helpful to anyone at all. Oh no! The trapper is using the one add-on that allows him to be able to injure you when you take out a trap. This makes taking out traps very dangerous. And for new players, if you're playing Claudette, I highly recommend that you also run Self-Care, which is a Claudette perk, in order to be able to heal yourself after such an event. Oh? Oh no. We're gonna get out of here. Trapper Mans is coming. Oh. So we're gonna go over here. Decisive. Alright, so I have a feeling he's coming this way. We're gonna hide. I have a feeling there's a totem on the other side of this wall. There we go. Unhook. Okay. We're gonna use our health kit to heal. To the best of your ability, you always want to be healed, especially against the trapper using the damaging stone. You're just going to have a bad time otherwise. There's a totem. Looks like he's going back to the other person that he had dropped. This person is moving, so I doubt that they're using something that they're recovering while they're moving. Alright, so he's coming to get us. they're going directly to... Are you two? Get back here. We'll heal. Don't go to the wall. So this is typically something you don't want to do. You don't want to be healing alongside the wall. There's nowhere for you to go. Except left and right. And how is that exactly helpful? Person died. Alright. Our small game is constantly going off now due to the traps that have been laid out. And I have a feeling that this match is going to end up being a hatch game. I wasn't paying attention. I was paying attention more so to... Oh no. We're gonna get out of dodge. Okay. Oof. Bye-bye. Alright, so he's coming this way. Don't know if he'll go on this side of the logs, but if he does, fire barrel should help keep him from seeing us. And he's completely missed us because of it. Perfect. And down goes Claudette again. It's coming. Oh, he went around. Interesting. But yeah, one of the reasons why Premonition isn't that good of a perk. It just stops so quickly. Stops, what am I talking about? The cooldown is too long. It goes off and then you're waiting forever. Hello? Thank you. Jesus Christ, lady. Alright, so he is coming. Comes from that side, he might see us. Still did not see us. He is a little bit blind. It's okay for us. Okay. Alright, so there's the killer. He's on the far end of the map. We might as well go to the generator behind the logs. He is coming. Okay. This is bad. Did not get behind that fast enough. He probably still would have seen us anyway. Alright. Alert. 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 Ah. Oh my goodness. Right into a trap. This game is a wash. Oh, maybe not. Apparently my arms are broken. And I'm trying to escape without actually escaping. Alright, this was a fairly good demonstration of all 4 perks. Again, Premonition, the cooldown is so long. There's not much point to running it. It's a decent perk. It lets you know that the killer's in that direction, that they're coming, or just in that direction in general, but the cooldown takes so long. It's not really worth it. He feels special. And yes, so a map like this using, I think it's the honing stone that causes the damage. I just want to go see. Oh, it's the bloody coil. That's the one that it was. On a map like this is definitely helpful, because either you're stepping in the trap or you're disarming this trap so that you don't step into it, and you're going to end up injuring yourself either way that you go about this. And on a map like that, yeah, you're going to trap the window and that in the main building, and that's exactly what he did. So the main building was essentially cut off to being utilized the way that you should. Okay. Now, the next 4 perks that we are running are hope. There's hope. The growing odds of a successful escape fill you with hope and give you wings. As soon as the exit gates are powered, you gain 7% haste for 2 minutes. Oh, this is a good perk later on when you're a little bit better. Typically, new players aren't going to make it to the end of the game, and this is an end of the game type of perk. This perk is specifically designed to counteract the speed bonus given to killers with no ed, or no one escapes death. And this perk is actually something that a lot of killers don't expect. They think that most players aren't running it, so they take a swing a little bit ambitiously, thinking that they're close enough to get they hit, but they're due to the speed increase, they miss. Okay, and we are running all resilience. This is not happening. That's resilience. You are motivated in dire situations. Grants 9% additional speed when repairing, sabotaging, healing, unhooking, vaulting, cleansing, opening the exit gates, and searching while injured. Now this is a pretty good perk as far as a new player goes. It teaches you to continue repairing and working on things while still injured, because you get the bonus while you're injured. Healing is ideal, however, sometimes it's just not an option. For instance, if you're facing the plague, you'll be in a state of broken status once you're fully sick, and the only way to reverse that is to cleanse. Your better option against the plague is to continue to do your repairs while you're injured. So this perk helps you get used to the fact that sometimes you're just going to have to continue on when you're injured. As for more experienced players, they typically don't run this kind of a perk, but there are a couple of meme builds or very specific builds that use it. One of them being with no mither, that keeps you in a state of injured. Okay, let's see. Spine Chill is another one that we're going to be running. Spine Chill. Kitty, where are you? Blind. There you are. An unnatural tingle warns you of impending doom. Get notified when a killer is looking directly in your direction and standing within 36 meters. While Spawn Chill is active, skill check trigger odds are increased by 10%, with success zones reduced by 10%. While Spinal Chill is active, your repair, heal, and sabotage speeds are increased by 6%. Now this is a good perk for new players. It allows you to know when killers are approaching you. Doesn't necessarily always work specifically the way that you want it to. But that's okay. Sometimes you have a stealth killer, they evade Spine Chill working, specifically Myers in Tier 1. But overall, I prefer Spine Chill over Premonition. It gives you a lot more information, much easier. The perk lights up on your dashboard, so you are aware that the killer is looking at you if you are not necessarily working on a generator. As for more experienced players, they don't typically run Spine Chill, but again, sometimes they'll run it as part of a specific build. I am unaware of any specific build that uses it offhand, but I have seen it occasionally used, and sometimes it's just used for perk roulette, and it's better than other options that you can get with perk roulette. Alright, and the last one is We'll Make It. Oh no, it's not We'll Make It. This is not happening. That's the last one. You perform at your best when you are under extreme stress. Rate skill check success zones when repairing, healing, and sabotaging get 30% bigger when you are injured. Now this perk does go hand in hand with resilience. Resilience is also a perk that while you're injured, you gain a bonus. As for new players, it's helpful that it's making the success zones bigger. Overall, kind of a waste of a perk slot. It doesn't give you a heck of a lot toward what you're doing. So, overall, the synergy for this build is resilience and This Is Not Happening are playing off each other by increasing things for you while you're injured. Spine Chill is also giving you a bonus when killers are approaching you, so that while you're doing repairs or sabotage or anything that you're doing, Spine Chill is also going to kick in, give you 10% faster, 6% faster, 10% with increased for the success zone, or 6%. Ooh. So this perk works good because it will give you 6% faster action speed when the killer is looking at you. It also increases the chances of you getting a skill check by 10%. And while you're injured, you're also gaining faster speeds and the bigger success zones. And the success zones being reduced by 10% is counteracted by this is not happening. And finally, hope. You're moving faster after you finished everything. So it gives you something that you're working for with these other perks. There's always one person that doesn't want to ready up. Salty lips, so we're looking for an increase in luck here. Somebody wants to go to the game, which is interesting considering most survivors tend to hate it. This is definitely one that I would have preferred to have had a small game. I have a feeling, and as most killers do, we will have ruin. And we're going to be in a bad situation if ruin is in play. Even worse if they're using Huntress Lullaby can get annoying after a while, and Devour Hope is definitely going to make things very bad for us. It's entirely possible though that they're running small game, so asking for this map specifically, not a great idea, but also they would be able to find the totems, and killers don't typically worry about their totems too much on a map like this one. So taking them out should be fairly easy. Alright, and we're off. And look at that, I found a totem. It was a regular totem, so it doesn't matter. And as I thought, ruin is in play. Now Lori screwed up. Looking for ruin. Perfect. Now here's hoping that it's not something else. Okay, the killer's looking at us, so it's making our totem take out faster. And we got it off. Get stunned. Alright. So this Billy has an event skin. He's not that good. Oh, smart boy. Ow. Oh, I tried to throw the pallet, didn't work. We took out Ruin, that's helping out the team. They're popping off generator. That one's running. Hello? So I doubt that he's running barbecue. Just because I have no idea what exactly he was looking at, but it's definitely not people. Okay. Oh, look at that. Chest. That person is not screaming whatsoever. This map is great for balanced landing. Alright. Let's put our perks to use. So as you can see, everything's moving faster. This would be typical with using a toolbox on your repair. I might as well take the heal. What she's really after. He's breathing really loudly. There we go. Don't know what Kate was breathing so loudly. That was disturbing. What the hell? I just didn't see it. I don't know why. Kate, why are you looking at me? You should be looking at the generator you're working on. Alright, so the killer nearby kept looking in the general direction. Okay. I feel bad about it. Oh. I don't know if he's coming down here, but we're not going to take that chance. swear I hear somebody breathing in here besides myself. Like they're over there. Nice. Seems like he's using saw add-ons to do a faster charge. Ah, he's looking in our direction. Was for a moment anyway. He is now. Let's see if we can debate him. Yoink. Dummy. And he's back on his obsession. And they are not running adrenaline, which is a very excellent perk. There is the patch, which is good to know. This is bad. This is bad. It's on our butts. Okay. Just go back down, I guess. Uh-oh. Ow. Save me, Laura. No, get off of it. Get off of it. Okay. I don't know where good guy Bob is. I think they're downstairs. Good guy Bob is healed. Good. Alright, so this exit has a pallet, which is helpful, especially with him coming to us. Yeah? Yeah? Oh no. Oh. So with the other perks, it was opening the door a little bit faster. Surprisingly, Spine Chill wasn't helping, which was disappointing. Where is this survivor? Is he hiding in a locker? He was. out of here. Alright. Okay, so we're on to our last set of perks, which would be Plunderer's Instinct. You can see chests and items within them, as well as items on the ground within 32 meters. And you get a considerably better chance of finding an item of higher rarity from the chests. This is a good perk if you're looking for items in order to hoard to be able to use it in future games, or if you're looking for a health kit. You're not running self-care, you're injured, survivors aren't taking the time to heal, so you run Plunderers, and you might be able to find a health kit in order to heal up. Sometimes you find a key. Key is also helpful for getting out of the trial. Typically, though, if you're looking to heal, you'll want to be running a pharmacy from Quentin. But that's a different perk, and that's for a different video. Alright, and lightweight is the other one. Feather. The feather. Your running is light and soft, making your tracks harder to follow. Scratch marks stay visible for 3 seconds less than normal. Now this is helpful for getting killers off of your trail if you know exactly what you're doing. As for a beginner perk, do not recommend it. It's not that helpful. Lessening the time that the scratch marks is there by 3 seconds. It's just not helpful. Killers typically that are good at the game, and you will run into killers that are good at the game at your brand new ranks too. They know how to track. They don't necessarily need to follow your scratch marks, or they're able to figure out where you're going pretty typically. If you're injured, they'll follow your blood as opposed to your scratch marks. So it's an okay perk. It's definitely something that I would probably run with the Nancy perk. Trying to remember the name of it. That's not it. Fixated. Because you can see your own scratch marks so that you know exactly how many seconds of scratch marks that you are leaving, and you know when they're gone. So because these are the last 2 perks, and I want to round out the perks that I'm using for this last one, we're also going to be throwing on Spine Shell from last match, and we'll make it so that we can heal people faster as well. Now again, lightweight, it works well with Nancy's perk, Fixated. Aside from that, not overly helpful. There's a couple of other perks that I can think of that it would have some synergy with. Plunderer's Instinct has some synergy with Ace's perks. Ace having perks that allow you to have attachments added to the items that you're finding, and it has synergy with Quentin's perk Pharmacy, because Quentin's perk first chest is going to be a health kit every single time, so that's the one part to Pharmacy. The second part being that you search chests faster and quieter, so that's definitely helpful too. That is a plundering build, would be typically those Ace perks, Plunderers, and Pharmacy. Okay. Alright, and already off the very start, I can see a chest right there. That chest for this map, for Retro Shop, typically does spawn there. So I was expecting it to be here. And as you can see, Plunderers is not helping with the speed of the search, or the sound, or anything else. So it's not that helpful. And it's still giving me a brown anyway, despite that increased luck that it proclaimed. Alright, it definitely looks like it might be the same builder from before. If they're wearing the same skin, it probably is. Alright, so he's coming this way. I got stuck on the rock. Sometimes there's lockers there. Wait, no, there isn't. Wrong map. That's what I was hoping for was... Alright, got stunned, that's good. Why would you vault right into him? I have so many questions for you right now. Please, bro, please. Damn it. Nope. Oh, come on. There's a free pallet stun. I had a save. And you were right there. Yeah, I think this might be the same Billy. Given the way that they're looking around as well, probably. Got me? Oh no, he's coming back. Yeah, we're getting in here. Oh shit, son. That's not good. Really wish I had small game so that I could find these totems faster. That's a totem, but it's not lit. Alright. 2 chests in the killer shack. Somebody took out a totem, but it's... He's completely blind. We're out of here. Where'd they go down? Okay. Good to know. Where's this totem? No. I'm thinking it might be in Killer Shack. Oh, decisive, nice. Interesting. Oh Lord, he coming. I mean, yeah, like... No. Interesting. I'm genuinely perplexed as to where this totem might be. I was gonna say that he was mooring her, but I don't think he's got enough unhooks for that. Oh, ew, no. Get out of here, broken key. Alrighty, let her go. Oh, you found it. Nice. Well done. Uh-oh. Okay. Cool. I completely forgot to look where the other one was. So good job, me. There it is. Where is he? What is he doing? Oh, he's looking this way. You let her go. Get out, Mr. President. Alright. So that's gonna do it. Hunter's Instinct. Probably should have run Nancy's perk in order to show you the scratch marks disappearing faster, but before Nancy's perk, we didn't have a way of showing the scratch marks, and we didn't know exactly how well it performed. Overall, again, not necessarily a great perk, but I ran it anyway. Okay. I want to say that that's the same person, but I don't know for sure. Nope, it's done. GG's. That's a kind of fast saw. Okay. So that's going to do it for the first video. Showing all 14 perks here. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was informative. I know that I definitely didn't show a couple of those perks the way that ideally does show off exactly what those perks do. However, I did comment before we ever use them exactly what they do and what I think of them. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the little bell for any future videos coming from me. Next video that's going to be coming out will be covering the perks for the original 4, Jake, Meg, Claudette, and Dwight. All 4 of them and their original 3 perks. Probably just their original 3 perks. And be sure to check out my Twitch. I do stream on there from time to time. Take a look. And also follow my Twitter. Alright. And that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys in the fog.